Not a question, but a humble request. Oh boy. I would like to officially request a prequel. Yes! I would like to officially request a prequel with the Pancakeses and the Joneses. I'd like to see the early years of Bob and Eliza's marriage. Also, and also see exactly what happened with Mary John Reed back in the day. I know the two families didn't know each other back then, but I think it would be interesting to see them living parallel lives before they all. So, I like for the. Let's see. I'm trying to remember when Reed came into the story, like at what point. I would say half the time this story has been in existence, I so wanted to do a prequel. Oh, that was what I wanted to do. That's what I want for my life. I want a Jones prequel. I actually created a save for it. I created, actually, that's the only reason why we know who John's mother is, because I created Mary's father. I created John's mother. I created Reed. Actually, I created Reed for the prequel. He wasn't actually going to be in the Joneses. He was just too gorgeous not to show y'all, so I had to put him in there. But yeah, I had everything all set up. Like I had their school, you know, like I had the neighborhood. I was ready to do this story. I was so ready. But as the story progressed and more information about their past started coming out, eventually there was really nothing left to tell. And honestly, I didn't plan to spill all the tea. I wanted to keep some for, you know, for the prequel. But it just felt right to do, even though I didn't want to tell y'all everything. So I told y'all mostly everything. And at the end, toward the end, I was like, well, what's the point of doing a prequel now that everybody knows what happened? I mean, true, it will be fun just to watch it, you know, take place. I still think it will be fun to do. But as of this moment, it's not on my list of things to do. But I could strongly consider it. But putting Bob and Eliza in there, I don't know how I would do that. Because those are two different worlds. And they don't mesh at all. And honestly, okay, even though at the beginning of the game all the Sims were the same age, in my head, Bob and Eliza are older than everybody else. And they are now, because I actually had them have slightly early birthdays, just like 3 days. So, while Bob and Eliza are teenagers and meeting, Reed and Mary would be children, or maybe even toddlers. I haven't decided how much older they are, but in my mind, Mary is young and Bob and Eliza are not. But in the game, they're all the same age, around the same age. But if I do this story, I can't guarantee I will put Bob and Eliza in it. But we'll see about this prequel situation, because I do desire to show you all what happened, because even though you know everything already, I think seeing it and like seeing it from like John's perspective, Um, yeah, I think that was mostly the point of me doing the prequel, was to do it from John's perspective. I mean, not the whole thing, because obviously some parts would have to be Mary and some parts would have to be Reed. But for the most part, I wanted to do the whole story from John's perspective so we could see his thought process and, see how he started this whole, lifestyle of just cheating on his wife. So we'll see. But as of right now, it's a no. But thank you so much for your questions, Eddie. And being my stalwart reader, I think you're like the oldest reader I have. Like, not old. Like longevity, old. Yeah. It's my road dog reader.